Okay, so by now you might be realizing that you are having some patterns around men, whether it's long-term relationships that end up being toxic or just dating patterns that you can't seem to get out of. And you may have already asked yourself this question, why do I keep attracting this kind of relationship? Well, have you ever asked yourself how to attract the right guy instead of asking yourself, why am I attracting the wrong guy? You see, it's really important to ask yourself the right questions because the solution is in asking the right questions. So how do you attract the right kind of guy? Well, that's what this video is going to be about, and I am so excited to dive right in. So let's get started. So how do you attract the right guy? Well, it starts with you. You actually get to become the right girl. You know, I like going backwards and figuring out first of all, the kind of man that you do want to attract, which, by the way, knowing what you want is sometimes harder than knowing what you don't want. So get crystal clear on what it is you want. Imagine him, feel what he feels like, imagine what he's like in his job, in his work, with his family, with you, if you have kids together, if he has kids and you're the step parent. Think of every single scenario that you might be able to think of and build him up of what you want. And then move backwards. That kind of healthy, amazing relationship material type of man, what would he be looking for in a woman? Well, it's very likely that you are not displaying those things yet, because otherwise you would be in that kind of relationship. And it doesn't mean you have to, wear high heels every day or get a boob job, or I'm not talking about that kind of thing. I'm saying heal what it is that's blocking you from flourishing into the best version of yourself. All right? So you get to become so incredibly full and whole that you will attract a high quality, full and whole masculine man as well. So what might that look like? Well, many of us are really bad at receiving. So start giving to yourself. Receiving for a feminine woman is one of the biggest necessities. If you want to be in your feminine, you have to know how to receive. If you want a strong, masculine, healthy man in your life and be in a relationship with him, you're going to have to cultivate your strong feminine, which includes a hell of a lot of receiving. So start giving to yourself. You might be the type that's an overdoer and an overgiver. Stop doing and start giving to yourself more to learn how to receive. So that's one way that you can up level to the level of a high quality man. You can get more specific in what you are imagining he is going to want. So if you consider the men you've dated and been in relationships up until now as not so high quality, what is that measured against? What do you consider high quality? So get really clear on what those qualities are, and then embody the feminine side of what that masculine and male embodiment is craving for. And how will you know that? How will you know what it is? Well, put yourself in his shoes. Put yourself in the shoes of a strong male, a strong masculine man. What might he be looking for? He's likely looking for a soft place to land in terms of no harshness, right? And that's not to say you're not allowed to be harsh. I mean, we all have all kinds of qualities, but it just means that you get to learn how to soften. Not for him. Don't get me wrong. We're not manipulating ourselves to get some kind of man that we want. If you do this for yourself, you're automatically going to attract that kind of man. You see? We are coming from the place of wanting that kind of man to take, to get. And that's why we don't have it yet. That's why you don't have it yet. Because if you're coming from a place of getting, then the person doesn't feel like you're contributing. You're just a taker. You're just sucking energy. So get into that space of the energy and the vibration that you think you're going to get from that man, and get into that vibration before you meet the man. Does that make sense? So you get into the vibration of a high quality feminine woman before you will ever be able to attract a high quality masculine man. So this is how you attract a high quality man, not by doing more to your hair, not by getting surgery, not by acting a certain way. You get to embody more fully your full femininity, and not just the toxic parts and not just the convenient parts, but also the inconvenient parts, the shadow side, the stormy side of indecisiveness, of changing your mind, of having trauma, of being really scared, of, all of those dark sides that we want to hide and we want to pretend we're so perfect. That is what you get to embody and be fully comfortable in and hold in a sacred way to be able to meet a relationship at a higher level. So the moral of the story is you get to become the person that the right guy will be attracted to. Now, again, this is not becoming perfect in any way. It just means dealing with your shit, right? Deal with your trauma. And I don't mean completely fix your trauma. What I mean is learn how to handle yourself. Learn how to handle your triggers. Learn and just start learning. You don't have to be perfect. A lot of women take this as meaning that you have to be perfect before you're ever going to meet anyone high quality. No, you just have to be on the path. You just have to acknowledge that it's your responsibility to take care fully of your own emotions and your own baggage and your own trauma and all of that. And that is what is attractive to a high quality man, because you are now a high quality woman. You're not putting it on him. You're not expecting him to fill you up. You're not expecting him to fix you. You're not expecting him to give you the feeling that you're craving. You are self-sufficient. And that, from that place, you're going to attract that kind of guy, right? A high quality man does not want to deal with a woman ever who has unresolved issues about men. And if she has unresolved issues about men, he needs to see demonstrated that she has got this, that she's got support, that she's not just going to rely on him to fix her. And this is a very healthy kind of relationship to be in, and you get to learn that skill before you even meet the man. So this is why everyone should be working on themselves, working through their, baggage and their crap. And while you're dating, you can be doing this. You don't have to fix yourself first before you're allowed by who, I don't know, to date. But you get to do this at the same time, all the while still working on all these issues. This is going to get you in a higher and higher vibrational state, deeper and deeper into knowing yourself, and that will reflect in the men that you date. So if you like this video, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and definitely hit the thumbs up, because that will allow me to know that you liked this video. And hit the bell button so that you get notified every time I have a new video out. Also, you can follow me on Instagram for some funny reels. I'm doing lots these days at @barbara.santon, and I will see you there.